Alas,
Greetings.
hello.
And welcome to WonderKnight.
Woo.
I'm glad to have you here. Hello, everyone. Welcome, my amazing, humble audience. Today, I'm joined by a really awesome guest. I'm very happy to show off to y'all. Oh my gosh, a great friend as well.
Oh my gosh.
I know, right? I tried. It is Claudia, and they are a historian, a crafter, and an internet personality. She's pretty awesome, and I'm excited to just pick her brain a little bit and see what drives a little bit of why you do what you do. So, Claudia, pleasure to see you.
Pleasure to see you too.
Thank you. So first and foremost, as it says, you are a historian. Tell me a little bit about the historian side of you.
The historian side of me came because I needed context for everything.
The wisdom.
It was the wisdom. Like, I was in 8th grade, and when I found out the tea about what was happening with the Incas, I was like, hold on.
Yeah.
What was happening with everybody else? And I thought I would get more from like high school, but I went to public high school. I started from private school to public. I'm so sorry to you public school kids. They are in fact failing you. As like private school, we had like a lot of intense time to like learn about things. And public high school, they were just handing out packets and.
Yeah, I remember that well. Yeah. No hate on, the teachers who meant well.
Yeah, no. I could definitely see the teachers' efforts, but they were also like all on time schedules.
Yeah.
And then like a lot of them started teaching like higher college programs, which to a level of the population that aren't necessarily ready for college. Lots of slips in the crack.
We felt that even in, when I was in high school. We had so first and foremost, we of course segregated all the kids into
naturally
regular,
yes,
honors, advanced, AP, and IB.
Yep.
And so that, of course, has nothing to do with if you're an English learner in any way, shape, or form. So we'll leave that by itself. But just in I thought I was a normal human, except I'm regular, and there's potentially, or I'm just honored, but I'm not IB. And then if you're an IB, my God, I'm in IB, but I'm apparently better than all 4 other categories.
Yeah.
Is naturally creating that weird competition and
no, it was really
stratification.
Weird. Like, we had the ACE program, which is like a college, it's kind of like IB, but not really. You're taking college courses, and literally the constant conversation in class would be like, oh my God, I'm in this ACE class and this ACE class, and I'm also in this AP class, and we have to study for this AP org. And then you'd bring up the name of someone who was like, just taking regular courses. They'd be like, oh.
They're regular.
And it's like they were never cool. Their entire personality was being in advanced class and also The Office.
Yeah.
Like, that alone made me hate the show, but then I watched it later on. Great show. But they literally cursed the Dunder Mifflin name for me.
Yeah, I understand. It definitely, like I said, man, creates segregation, and it's just naturally going to create the quote unquote have and have nots in an educational environment.
Right,
and like that
we're
is
all here to learn.
Yeah, it never seemed healthy to me, and it was something my parents talked about all the time. When I was going to high school, I wanted to be in ROTC and IB, but of course, because IB is so intensive and so different and so specialized, they're not allowed to be in the academies, so they can't even talk to and affiliate with the military kids, with the fire department kids, with the police academy kids. They could only be in band, hilariously. And so they could be in band. They got, special club privileges. So they'd probably be in other clubs that sadly a lot of kids didn't even know existed if you weren't in IB. And so it's naturally creating this very different world and lifestyle that the IB kids, AP kids are living vastly separate from the honors and advanced and regular kids. Oh my God. I remember being in an honors class. I was in honors because I wanted to be in IB, but then got an AP class finally. And when I was in the AP class, then there were also IB kids in there.
Right.
And that was the first time I was like, I've never seen almost any of these kids in my entire goddamn life. What the heck is this?
And AP was disgusting. I
absolutely
hated AP.
Absolutely.
Failed every time.
No judgment.
ACE was fine though. Those are all writing papers. I'm a writer. Like I can write all day.
Yeah,
Like,
I agree. And it was a different lifestyle. And so if you weren't ready for what the IB classes were, then oftentimes it pushed you out of IB.
Right.
It didn't bring you up to the standards of IB. It just pushed you out altogether. Instead, it's not worth investing that time into. And I don't know, that seems weird to me, the ring. And so that does seem weird to me because I forgot who I was talking to. I was talking to a friend a while ago and I was like, hey, if I wanted to get in band, you just can't in high school.
Right.
You just aren't going to because almost all the seats are filled. You've never played the instrument before.
Right. And
ever. They're probably not actually going to teach you any instrument. They expect you to already somewhat know your instruments.
Right. And read sheet music.
Right.
Like,
and read sheet music. So if you if you just don't know, you'll never get it. Oh my God. So yeah, sorry.
Yep.
As you then got into caring more and more about just explaining things, how that historian aspect of you keep on building, and is there something you do today that lets you explore that historian side?
Books.
Oh.
Huge books. Like me and my library card.
Besties.
Like I have a mission to have a library card from all 50 states in the United States. I thought I was
That's
original
awesome.
with this idea. I went to subreddits. No.
Yeah,
Not the only girl. But right now I think there's this girl, she has them in all the states, including other countries. And I was like,
That's strong.
Like,
That's
what do you
strong.
mean you have
Other countries.
Right.
Literally. Like, yeah, come to Guatemala with me. I got you. Don't worry about it. Come to Puerto Rico. Come to France. I got you.
And like every state has an archive of their own newspapers or like their own. Exactly.
That's awesome. I don't know why I never thought about that, actually. That's really cool.
So right now I have Florida and then I have access to the Chicago libraries. So I wrote a paper one time talking about police violence in Chicago between the 1960s, the 1980s. And I was just reading through like newspaper, like the Chicago Defender. I had access to them all.
Yeah, they like the newspapers are directly telling you what's happening
like
in the
I'm
time.
reading people's personal accounts, like police reports. I'm reading it all. And I was like, I need what was going on in Minnesota. What are Minnesotans doing? I need that library card. I need to see.
Wow. I know that definitely connects you heavily to just some of the knowledge that you learn working at Spady across the way. What is it like working there, and how has that knowledge kind of helped you out there?
So with Spady, basically, sometimes they give me things to research and they're just like kind of like figure it out, which I'm like, thank you.
Yes.
Let me figure it out.
Yeah.
And once again, like I'm using my library system. Like what can I find through my library? I'm like, okay, maybe someone in Chicago has something. But they also have like interlibraries. So you get access to other libraries or at least other academic papers. And something about just the search alone is like a real high. Like I feel like I'm in there.
Actually, it is though, like you are deciphering history.
Yeah.
There's, again, I just in the last year alone, it has become very apparent how many people don't have, I don't want to say remedial, but like a basic understanding, basic understanding of history around us. And like more and more of the politics that are going on right now is simply because we have a population that is ignorant. Does not
know. Like literally, you don't have your basic 6th grade civic literacy.
Yeah.
And that's terrifying. Like if you don't understand how your government operates, at least the basic branches, how many people fill those seats, what are you doing? And now you're old enough to vote, which means you are leaving your thoughts and opinions to like news debates, which granted, like all of those questions are catered. They're not good questions to ask.
They're catered to clips.
Exactly. And then on top of that, you're adding the drama and the theatrics of like whatever politician is talking. So they may get a question, but they will start jabbing at another person's personality. Granted, there are people who are like, oh, you're jabbing at, but no one cares for that. Everyone's here for the drama.
But remember, you only have 1 minute to answer everything they said about you, tried your life on, your entire career, and you also need to answer, how do you end world hunger? 1 minute. Good luck. What? And we don't even have real debates to me anymore. Like, and I shouldn't say anymore, but in general, we haven't been having real debates. And I do directly see, oh my God, how much that lack of history is affecting people who see these debates and
it really does. Like
believe them, actually. Weirdly.
Especially because like some people don't even understand, like there is that falsity of like, you think you have choice. Your choices aren't not real. At the end of the day, you have to realize, why is it that those are my only options?
Out of like 400 million Americans, we're looking at a TV screen of like 11 people, half of which we've never seen before. The other 3 are literally bigots. And then we somehow have to choose between like 3 of them in general. So,
right.
You know,
and then even like just the topics that we choose to like always on, yes, it's important.
Yep.
However, there are smaller facets of our lives that we think are small, but are actually humongous.
Multiply it by, again, 400 million people, it becomes a very important aspect of life.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So sure, it's like it's controversial. So of course, there's always going to be a topic about it. However, I want to talk about the microplastics. I want to talk about the fact that our clothing industry has really, really terrible. Everything's polyester. Do you know what polyester is? It's literally plastic.
Yep.
You are paying upwards of $200, $300, $400 for a Gucci sweatshirt that is 98% polyester and spandex. So not only are we okay with mediocrity, you are okay with mediocrity on your clothes, but you spent top dollar on it as if it was something.
Yep. My God, I agree. Like the microplastic, like that, I will call an epidemic, because I really feel like we are downplaying how
not a single individual in this world does not have microplastic inside of them.
Every human now.
And then we're not appreciating the scientists that are trying to figure out, because like there's like one animal that don't know what it's called. Don't know if it's an amphibian, don't know if it's a reptile. All I know is that it's able to like push off things off of its body.
Oh, okay.
Or at least I think like things can't get stuck to it. So there are scientists who are trying to figure out, how do we replicate that for humans, or at least what's the science of like how it's able to do that. That's something I want to put my money towards.
Yeah. I agree on that. Totally agree on that. That's the science we need to actually be checking out.
Yeah.
I completely agree. I want more people researching and studying how to make plant fibers, cactus fibers, mango, but fruit flesh fibers into clothing and into materials we can use. Because we have people who are like, yes, this leather is actually completely made of cactus. This is made of coconut fibers. These concrete blocks are actually ground up pebbles and fruit seeds. Like I want that. I want more sustainable materials that we can actually work with. I'm glad you brought up the microplastics, because that is something that is like, it is so downplayed. It affects us on
so many levels. Like
all of us.
It is sitting in your brainstem.
Every one of us. It's not even like, some people. No. Every single person on earth.
A mother breastfeeding.
It's in the milk. It's there. And like we're just now cycling plastics through our body. And again, it's not even actually cycling them, because we can't digest these plastics. They're just in our body. And now we're putting it into other bodies, you know. I digress, because I will complain about that for the next like 2 hours and just talk about every part of our lives that have microplastics in them now. So let me jump forward a little bit and get into a bit of your crafting. Okay. I know this has to do a lot with like how you're inspired, what drives you, but in your craft and in the things that you craft, well, first and foremost, what medium do you use for crafting, or do you like to use?
Right now, I am a crocheter.
Ooh, okay.
Granted, I've been crafting my whole life. Like, I grew up on the internet, and the side of the internet that I was on was tutorial videos. Okay, I was watching about the water marble nails. I was there for the duct tape epidemic. I was there for the nail art in general. I had like a very long like stint where I was just, and then... Do
you yourself like to have the long nails, short nails, like the coffins, like stilettos?
I don't know what shape I like. I don't know what shape I like. I won't lie. Only because like I rarely ever get my nails done. That's just not an expense I have at the moment.
Understandable.
Like I respect the craft for what it is. Like hopefully when I have enough money, I'll have a great artist. I'll make her or him, preferably a her. Sorry.
That's fair.
Craft it up. But right now I've just been like on press-ons. Like sometimes there are like nail techs that literally make individual ones. But even those are still like the same amount of if you got your nails done.
Pretty much. Yep. Painfully.
Yeah.
By God.
Like you're paying an artist to work on a very small canvas, which is your little phalanges.
It is what it is. Yeah. Absolutely. So with crocheting, how long have you been crocheting?
Not long. Only about 2 years.
That's fair.
Yeah. I started because crochet pieces never come in my size.
Makes sense.
Never come in my size. Like you'll go to a beach store and they'll have like crochet like bikini tops. Never in my size. And so I was like,
now you just make exactly what you want.
Yeah. Literally, I was like, you are forcing me to create. Thank you. Which is great. Like once I started, but the only problem is like now people want to purchase from me, which is like,
I mean, it's good stuff.
It's good stuff. But at the end of the day, carpal tunnel is real.
Fair.
Carpal tunnel is real.
Makes sense.
I don't know if I'm necessarily... I didn't want to do this for you. I wanted to do this for me. However, you deserve it.
You just gotta like take a month and like sweatshop it, man. Get like 50 simple garments made, another 100 simple garments made. They aren't.
Crochet is not cheap. That's another thing. Like people are like, oh, I want a crochet top. Can I just buy you the yarn? And then, what do you mean? Just buy me the yarn?
It's not that simple.
No,
it's not that simple.
Because if I paid myself minimum wage. And then
even at minimum wage, the hours necessary to make any of these pieces would have someone looking at you sideways and be mad that you're charging for the actual time you spent to make the piece.
Like the skirt I made today.
Infuriating.
People are like, I've gotten lots of compliments. Like, I'm proud of this skirt, Like, it took me over 180 hours to do because I wasn't going off a pattern.
Mm-hmm.
Simply, I learned how to make the dragonfly design, and then I had to figure out how to, to size where it looks like it makes sense.
Yeah.
And... when people are like, oh my God, how much would that be? I'm like, babe.
It's like $400, $500, $600, $700, y'all.
Yeah.
That's actually.
And then this yarn was not cheap either. It was about $16 per spool.
But of course, they're going to be disturbingly offended if you tell them anything over like $80.
$80, yeah.
Yeah.
I'm like, yeah, you're gonna.
Yeah.
So that's another true thing. Like the average person can't afford it.
Capitalism.
Yeah, not to be a jab. Like I would love to give it to you for cheaper. However, I need to.
Yeah, the time spent on it was time I wasn't doing anything else.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah.
Okay, makes sense. Sense. I love that that's something you're crafting and working on. I think it's always important for people to have good hobbies that not only can help center them, but again, build that fun and build that creativity side of them. Now, you're also saying that you are an internet personality.
I am.
Now, obviously, I have to ask about it. I know that you totally have 2 talk shows that you do.
I do have 2 talk shows.
Blessings. Do you mind telling us about those shows?
Yes. My first talk show is called It's a social commentary show.
How do I spell it?
Like UGH. Yeah. The thought process behind it was like when you have to think about something, you're like,
Respectable.
Yes. But basically, I come up with a question each week. It's very much man on the streets, very basic. However, I really wanted to focus on asking people like questions that make them think. What I've learned though is I can't ask questions that make people think because they don't want it.
They're not ready for that.
They don't want to answer.
Yeah.
But like I've learned, I guess the basic questions are there for a reason. Like people like the basic questions. Like, what's your favorite color? Oh my God, lilac,
fuchsia, magenta.
Right. Like. I think one question that was really successful is I asked people like, what would you do if you won the lottery?
Oh, easy peasy. Yeah, everyone gets to say whatever they want on that.
Right. But, it got the people going.
Yeah.
And I was like, okay, I had to kind of settle with the fact that
simple questions are where you go.
Simple questions.
Yeah,
I've learned like more complex things are better when you're like one-on-one with the person, which it's okay. It's okay.
Yeah, it has to be a little build up to it usually.
Yeah. And then my second web series is called She Tries.
Okay.
Where on my college campus, I literally just go to different clubs and try them. I try specifically for activity-based clubs.
Nice.
Which has been really fun because, I don't know, there's like a whole campus of people. If there's anything I hate is when people are like, oh my God, I can't make any friends. And it's like, honestly, it's your fault.
Yeah, we have like 300 clubs. What do you mean? Like just join half of them, cut half of those out. You still got 40 other clubs to go to. Figure it out.
Literally.
Yeah.
And like, sure, we could talk about like maybe like, an antisocial aspect of it. But honestly, like you could also just start your own club.
Also true.
Or
Also
you might
true.
just have to confront with yourself that you really have no interests.
Also, an important thing for people to know the distinction of. You might actually just not have
any
interest in
interest.
finding friends, which also is important. You know, don't be the person who's like, I just can't make friends. Do you actually want some friends right now? Because that's also a thing. You might not be open to friendship. That's also important.
Yeah. But sometimes I feel biased in thinking that way because, like, I've always been, like, super good at making friends, like, ever since I was a kid.
Yeah,
like,
same.
I was a kid on the playground, and I'd be like, you're my best friend. And we'd be best friends for 4 or 5 hours. I'd come back, like, both of our parents would be like, we are best friends, and I'd never see them again. Literally. I don't know. Like, I've always enjoyed humanity, like, little facets of what we do. Like, it really touches my heart.
Yeah. Yep. I relate heavily. I am a proud empath, sentimental person, strong humanist, man. I want the well-being of humans and humanity, and I care for us.
I do.
Heck yeah.
Like, sometimes even, like, people watching. Like,
I love people watching, man. This is awesome. I like just seeing humans go about their day.
It's nice until I cry. Like, I was on a plane once, and literally, I'm just watching this dad. He had two daughters, young girls, and he was just, like, doting on them. Like, are you having fun? Look, he's, like, opening the window. Look, we're going on an airplane. Like, at the time, we had masks because it was COVID, and he was like, you know, make sure your masks are on tight. You know, he was reading them, like, stories and stuff like that, and I'm like, okay, literally, I was like, I'm watching it. I'm like, okay, fine. Like, the plane lands. I'm getting off. I'm waiting for my mom to pick me up at the airport. And I see, you know, the family come out naturally. Like, we were just on a plane together. You're going to leave the airport. And grandpa comes out the car. Little kids run straight into grandpa's arms. I bawled for 30 minutes. I could not contain myself. And I was like... I was like, life is so beautiful. Life is so beautiful. Like, the kids camp for grandpa. Grandpa lives in Florida. He's retired. He's having to see his grandkids. And then the dad, he's raising great daughters. He's like, you raised a great son. He cares for his kids.
My heart. I feel you.
Yeah, but moments like that happen all the time. Like, like I am not safe. Like, let me sit on a park bench and I'll watch.
You're like an hour, and the feels will flow.
The feels will come. Like, I'm not safe in restaurants because I'll be like, that couple right there, they're on a first date. Let's see how this goes.
I'm proud of him. Oh, he brought flowers.
Right,
my dog.
I will hush the table to be like, eavesdrop.
No judgment, though. I've done the same before. I can't lie. I'm
so curious. Like,
listen, I'm a avid people watcher, man. Like, humans are awesome. Like, I love seeing how we struggle to go about our day to day. I adore interaction between humans. Like, again, y'all, like, I work at the Ren Fair, man. I see literally tens of thousands of people, and like a bunch of them genuinely try to talk to me, which is nice and cool. But also, if like people aren't talking to me, like, yeah, I'm just watching thousands of people go by on the road.
Like, what do you want me to do?
Seeing their families, like seeing what they're being like, seeing how they, you know, converse with each other, the things they find interest in, the wonder in the eyes of the kids as they see any and everything at the festival. And then, like you said, man, when you have the mother, the father, the aunt, the uncle, the grandparents, and like you see them just amplify the excitement, amplify
like
the
I'm
love.
witnessing a core memory right now.
Core memories being made right now. This is like, and dude, working there have been people that like a decade ago saw our group, and it was a kid. Oh my God, this is amazing.
Like, you guys are still here.
They're literally in high school now. Like, have like a partner, have like, I just got this job. I actually drove with my friends, blah, blah, blah. I was like, what, my friend? I'm so proud of you, my friend. It's good to see you. And like, you see the growth, and it's just amazing to see the growth in people. And especially these people that like, it's easy to feel like you don't have a real connection with them. Nah, I see them literally 1 or 2 times a year. And that has been the case for a decade. And
that's
comfortably, we're like, nah, dude, that's my friend. Like, no, at Friend Fair, that's my guy. This is the encampment we go to. We hang out here. Like, it's too cool, man. I love that.
And sometimes with humans, like, less does feel like more.
Yeah,
like,
a lot of times.
I don't necessarily need to see you every day.
Yeah.
I see your little hidden attributes, like stuff you don't know about yourself, but like I get to witness.
Yeah, I'm definitely a person who like friendship decay does not exist for me. Maybe it's my like issues with object permanence. I'll talk to a therapist about that later. But I will say, like, I want to see you for like 5 months,
and I'll forget that you exist.
You know, and I'll see you again, and all of the excitement just comes right back.
Yeah.
I don't feel my God, you've been ignoring me. That's weird. You're an adult. Like, you got a life. I'm just happy we're alive right now. Like, you didn't get killed by like a white supremacist. I didn't get blown up by like a white supremacist terrorist. Nice. I'm glad we're still here. My dog.
Yeah.
Like, glad to see you. Back at it again. You know, I have as I told a friend of mine a while ago, I have the patience of a historical drama protagonist who stands aside the cliffs waiting for their messenger they sent 3 moons ago to return with a message from their estranged comrade. Indeed. But I'm so sorry. But yes, I don't have to decay.
You literally acting it out. Indeed. Why do I see you on a cliff?
The cape is actively flowing in the distance right now. In the distance, I'm right next to in the distance, yes. But
what color is it?
Let me get to asking the actual questions. I forgot I totally had this time. What inspires you right now? What is a current muse for you?
Ooh, the radio.
Oh.
Public radio.
Explain.
I have stopped listening to, originally I was like on Spotify. Spotify is doing some, I don't agree with.
Saying some weird things right now.
There are some weird things right now. And so I was like, let me just listen to the radio. I grew up on the radio. Like my dad religiously listens to 101.5.
Classic.
Right.
Yeah.
And I kind of realized, like, you know what? Older generations are right about us, young generations. We are dumb. What do you mean the radio offers $1,000 a day? $1,000 a day for you to answer 5 trivial questions. And you're telling me we're spending, what, upwards of $20 a month to listen to the same playlist with no ads?
I got several friends right now whose stage is winning tickets on those shows.
Concert tickets.
They just call in every
shows,
day.
Music festivals. Cookouts.
I got to see freaking, what was it? T-Pain out of nowhere came through. Sabrina Carpenter.
Oh,
there was this other dude, but like it was free.
Right.
Like I blessings upon blessings. Thank you, my friend. I was bless you, Nicole. I ain't gonna lie. Thank you for making the +1 on that one, but also thank you for the invite. Like I didn't plan on a concert existing.
Right.
They were like, listen, I got some free tickets. Let's go. And
right.
Like that's the only way it happened.
And it's like, you're listening to your favorite artist. Why not listen to the radio for the opportunity to listen to them for free?
You know, I'm with you on that.
For free.
I'm with you on that.
I just I'm like, it literally reignited my love for public radio.
Yeah.
Like we do need this. And also, we get into car accidents all the time.
Yeah.
Do you know a law firm? No. But they have their jingle.
Every goddamn day. Listen, they were there. All right, they were there. What do you want from us? Sorry. My bad. No advertisements. We're not actually advertising. My bad on that. But and also, they really are good on the jingles.
They did.
I'm not going to lie.
Like the marketing team popped off.
Bless. All right. So that's something that's inspiring you right now.
Yeah.
I already, just from everything we've talked about, I can see how that inspires you into, into the love of history.
Especially my web series. Like
into the web series
I'm supposed to come up with a question each week. And these talk show hosts are doing it every single day.
Every day.
I am stealing them.
I am stealing them.
Sue me.
Bless. Listen, I'm not gonna lie. I feel the same thing. Like radio show hosts are doing this every single day.
Yeah, and they literally have people
hours.
calling in to answer. I'm doing literally the same thing, just with a microphone and a camera.
There's more video now, and podcasts are definitely trying to figure out their own place in it all. But I digress. So through all of that, using all that together, what do you think is the personal purpose that drives you for all of this? Especially, I know as a historian, as a crafter, it's very easy to just say history. Very easy to just say, the arts and love of the arts. But I do want, and I'm not gonna say I expect, no, but like I know there's a deeper answer in there. So I'd like to know what purpose kind of drives you.
My purpose is to make knowledge more accessible. My parents have spent, I have personally spent thousands of dollars for this knowledge. Okay? Like, I am quite literally a living investment. The fact, even like the way I speak, my parents paid thousands of dollars for me to be able to sound like Siri on the phone. Okay? I would just like people to have this information accessible to them.
Yeah.
Like, I remember like in high school, senior year, my economics class. My teacher, he was kind of like one of those people, he loved to just ask like trivia questions, you know? But he's asking like very basic, I thought everyone knew this, like historical questions.
You'd be surprised.
I was the only person answering. I was the only person answering. And I'm like, yeah, I learned this in the 5th grade. Yeah, I learned that in 8th grade. Like, what do you mean you guys don't know? So then from there would be moments where like I felt like I was co-teaching in high school. The thing is, I only continued because like the students in class were like genuinely interested in it.
Yeah.
Like they wanted me to expand.
That's awesome.
And then also like watching the pride in a teacher, like, you know, this student knows.
That's awesome.
Right.
Oh, that's a good feeling, yeah.
So ever since then, like I've kind of just been on a mission, like, yes, I'm info dumping on you. However, you are now no longer to leave acting like you don't know about it. And even if you choose to ignore it, you can't act like no one has ever told you.
No one's ever talked to you about it.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So that has been my purpose. Like, let me just bring the knowledge to my everyday human. Like, I'll do it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. I worked at Spady as well. Like, I feel you.
Right.
You know, I won't say it's my personal purpose, but I'm going to assert for damn sure it's one of my main purposes is to really just share knowledge and get people connecting on knowledge and really being less ignorant on history.
Yeah.
You know, I'll say it in every goddamn episode if I need to. There's just too many people ignorant on history, and that's why we're going through a lot of the problems we're going through right now.
Yeah.
There's a lot of people who are just like, yeah, but you're just unrealistic about what's happening in the country.
No. Like, everything you have is because someone decided that they wanted to be unrealistic.
Literally.
It's not that they were unrealistic.
What
like,
are we doing?
They saw something and put effort towards it.
Yes.
And you too can see something and put some effort towards it. It's like you're kind of making yourself look stupid by even acting like something like that is stupid. What does that say about you?
You understand.
You know.
I'm with you on that. I got to then ask, as your purpose is, of course, built off of bringing that history to people, bringing that knowledge to people, what would you say then? How would you imagine your influence in society to be as you bring this history? How do you kind of see your place in society then?
Okay. The word society is very big for me.
I can agree.
Okay. So I instead want to use the word community.
Love that.
Because I would like my knowledge to at least reach a 60-mile radius. Okay?
That's cool.
If you didn't know that big corporations like IKEA, they put their places where there's highly dense population within a 60-mile radius.
Interesting.
Right.
Interesting.
Marketing 101. I can work with that.
Okay.
I don't necessarily feel like I need to be like a huge like societal, but for me to be important in this community where I'm currently living in, that's important to me.
Yeah.
So, yeah. I don't remember the rest of the question. Sorry.
No, you're good. Just imagining what your influence in society will be. And no, you perfectly answer that. And in that, it's actually not thinking as large as society. It's more about just the community.
Yeah, the community.
Working on. There's plenty of people who, even when we're talking about voting, they'll always say, yeah, voting for the president is neat, but it's actually local voting that matters.
And does.
Absolutely.
And does.
Billion%.
Because your governor of your state is the one that decides equal housing.
Yeah.
You know, they're the ones that can decide to do, like, what is it called? Rent stabilization. They're the ones that figure that out.
Yep.
They're the ones that decide if they want to add a park to your neighborhood or not.
Yeah, it's not the president. President doesn't care what's happening in local Delray Beach and what's happening actually, weirdly, I lied. Down here in South Florida, he might actually hilariously care about Delray Beach specifically.
Oh, yeah,
I'll use like Fort Lauderdale. No, he might actually care about that.
Florida's not a good one.
Florida's just not good. Okay, we'll talk about that later. Never mind.
Like Des Moines, Idaho or something.
We'll do that one, yes. Right. He doesn't care about what's happening in Des Moines, Idaho.
No.
He don't give a crap. He don't care about anything in the Midwest.
He doesn't.
I guarantee you. Okay, and when we're thinking about that local versus big government, this is hilariously one of those conversations of states' rights over big government. This is actually hilariously where that conversation happens.
Yeah.
Just like building locally is what does build up to affecting the state. Building up the state eventually builds up to affecting the country. But like,
because other states are reflecting on that, especially like, you know, when new people get into like higher political offices in that state. Sometimes they are using, you know, they're reheating nachos from New York. Like, you know, like if they see it successful in one place, like, you know, there is a potential for the spread.
Yeah. Yep. You, bless you. You understand. What are some, directly going into that, what are some external influences that are really affecting why you feel the way you do?
Anti-intellectualism and newly AI.
What are your thoughts on both?
I'm not a supporter of AI. I'm a historian. That's literally my degree can become obsolete. If I decide I want to become an archivist, if we're making fake videos of dead people who lived historically, what do you mean? If I bring someone a newspaper, if I bring someone an old video from like, you know, a powerful speech, you're going to tell me that there's going to be a person in my face being like, that's fake. That was generated by the internet.
There's a very solid chance that that is what's happening. A lot of ignorant people are legitimately looking right now, scrolling down Instagram or TikTok or Twitter or Facebook. I am seeing dozens of videos that are very clearly AI bait. They're just AI bait.
And the thing is, like, it's getting like,
it's getting real.
Good.
Like, it's getting really good.
Scary good.
For sure. I'm now double, triple checking every video I see. If it's even mildly surprising, I got to double and triple check.
I'm always looking for like, if things are falling. First of all, how is it falling? Because anything that falls like clean, AI.
Yep.
Because a human falling on the floor wouldn't bounce like that.
Yeah.
Like
people falling in really awkward ways, really dumb ways.
Or like they'll like raise their hand, and once the hand goes below a table or something, all of a sudden it like turns into the table. Like, you know, but no,
it's getting good. And like
it's
the deep fakes,
scary good.
Yeah, the deep fakes were the first conversations, and like now that's becoming the norm. Like we are very much so in an era where people are able to make deep fakes, and it is like easy to make them. Like kids are able to literally make
deep fakes, deep fakes, especially like depending on what website or whatever you use. Like it's not able to make those faces, so that means it's literally taking faces of real life people.
Yes. Absolutely. And we're seeing that now. Kids are being brought up on charges for straight up making like not safe for work photos of other children in their own school, then just showing that to everyone. Like, this is how she looks. And like, I'm mad. I just saw an article on this already this morning. A girl literally like hit the dude on the bus. Of like, he shows her the picture of like the AI deepfake. She smacks the dude. She gets expelled for 45 days.
Interesting.
And they're talking to the boy and they're like, well, how'd this happen? How'd this happen? And they're trying to bring him up on charges.
Right. No, because like Elon Musk's like
his
Grok,
chatbot. Yes, the chatbot is now
Grok.
Talking to him.
There was this mom. She was just like listening to her son interact with Grok, and it was like prodding him to send nudes. Like he asked three different questions. And it was asking him for news. And so she asked the chatbot, like, are you aware of how old he is? And she was like, oh, I just wanted to be a little naughty. What?
I'm sorry. Sorry for your levels, dog. But also WTF. Like, nah, that's... I am like, there shouldn't be more than like several dozen instances of Grok doing this, but they're quickly adding up to well over 100 instances of Grok now actually, like saying and doing very inappropriate things to and for kids.
And it doesn't help that like Elon literally said that like, I don't want to call XX Twitter.
It's Twitter.
But he literally said that he was trying to make it into like a porn app.
Yep. No, he knows what he's doing. He knows exactly what he's doing. He took it from the social media platform it was, and we very clearly see how it, unsurprisingly, it takes one billionaire to change the lives of hundreds of millions of people. And I don't know why we're able to accept this and allow this for like apps and devices that they drop billions into, but then people will get mad at you when you say, I sure wish that they did this for like food or like housing or like healthcare. And they'll be like, we just don't have the money for it. But we do have money to drop several $100 billion on a Facebook program and a Meta program and a Twitter program that's sending porn to our kids, I guess. That we have money for, but we just can't figure out how to give healthcare to those same kids. We don't know how to give them food, but we can make a social media program that literally lies to them. Okay. And I can't stand it. Oh, I can't stand it, man. As we do education here and like teach our classes, when we go in and do writing in our classes, like I'm seeing less and less kids who are physically able to think of their own worlds and stories. And more kids when I'm like, all right, guys, just draw a character. 90% of them are just drawing characters from shows that they've seen. They're not actually trying to create their own person anymore. And that is very, I don't know, very enlightening. I wouldn't say enlightening, very awakening.
But there is also like an issue where like, sorry, I have a beef with millennials. I have a huge beef with millennials.
Go for it. No judgment.
Because like, you know, most of these kids these are millennial kids. Like parents of millennials. They're not letting their kids go outside anymore.
Also frustrating to witness.
Most of them are forced to, so it's quite literally not the kids' fault.
Here's your iPad. Stayed on that for 4 hours. I'll be back.
It's not the kids' fault, especially because like they've done surveys for kids to be like, because some of them aren't necessarily, they don't want to be on Roblox all day. Like
the kids want to go play.
They want to go play, and like,
do they know how to though?
Not even do they know how to, they just want the opportunity to go outside. I want to be able to go on my bike and ride my bike with my neighborhood friends. I want to be able to go look at the creek, stare at the creek, go throw rocks in the creek. Like they want that opportunity. And so a lot of parents think that keeping their kids at home is safe.
Yeah.
But it's like, bro, as someone, once again, I was raised by the internet. The internet is not safe. The internet is not safe. The internet is not safe. Oh. You are better off teaching your kids like actual safety measures to practice out in the real world than relying on the internet. Because at the end of the day, like predators are computer scientists. Predators, and they will get it. Yep. They will get there. Like
I like, again, man, I'm not even it's not trying to be alarmist, but no, it takes one evil person with hundreds of millions of dollars. Only one. It's not even me saying like, well, if this billionaire is bad, this billionaire is bad, this billionaire is bad. No, it just takes one of them with the resources.
No, some of it doesn't even take millions of dollars. It takes one person with time.
That's true. I do watch Criminal Minds. That's true. Freaking on subs. But yes, man, I can't stand it. I want people really to just understand like that aspect of safety, that aspect of technology, and how that's connecting to us. Well, I guess in doing all this, what are some of your next big goals in trying to keep up with that historian aspect, crafting aspect, and just being that influencer?
My next goal, even though I just talked about like how the internet's stealing your face.
That's true.
I would like the internet to continue stealing my face.
Yeah, no, I'm feeling on that.
At the end of the day, I was here first. I was here first. I had a purpose. Like, I knew what I wanted, and I want to be on the internet influencing within a 60-mile radius. Like,
the criteria.
Right, the criteria.
It matters.
And so I feel like my purpose is to not stop. However, what I'm looking to do next is start travel vlogging.
Ooh, that's fun.
But specifically to show, I don't want to use the word micro niches, but micro niches that are happening in other countries. And this started because I took a trip to Korea, South Korea. I have a friend that lives there. Yeah. She was an international student. She ended up moving back, and she was like, come to Korea. And I was like, don't threaten me with a good time. And then she thought I was joking, and I was like, no, I have started putting thousands of dollars in my savings account, and I am ready to pay for this plane ticket. And that's what I did.
My dog.
That's what I did. So I went there, and I realized like, I was just watching the Korean girls, you know, like how are the girls growing?
How they act and exist.
Right. Yeah. Korean girls are perfectionists. Okay. They are not going outside looking like anything. Okay. When they go out to eat, like if a Korean girl has bangs, she will roll up her hair into like a foam roller.
Yeah.
Bust down on her food, while also wearing a bib. Bibs
completely clean the whole time.
You know, and so literally when I went to Korea, I was like, I asked all my friends for my birthday. No one got it for me, sadly enough. do better. All I asked for was a bib, or at least an apron. You know,
professional apron.
Right. Because if there's a whole country of people that are comfortably wearing bibs to preserve their clothes, because at the end of the day, that's what you're doing.
Thank you.
And if you think that you're better than someone and you can't spill don't want to hear it.
No,
okay, you've obviously never had a good noodle slurp where like the juice like
everywhere.
Everywhere.
Listen, full blood spray like upon you.
Right.
Like, it is a crime scene after any form of pho and
that's what I'm
ramen.
saying. So, but that's what they do. Like foam roller, bib on to preserve the fit.
They know what they're doing.
And then once they're done eating, you know, they pull out the compact and they are reapplying, making sure to reapply the lip gloss, reapplying the lip liner.
Dang.
And when I saw that, I was like, it's that simple.
Yeah.
Like looking good does not have to be complex. And
it's about good habits. Just
literally.
Good habits,
And then I was also like watching like the different phone cases that were like kind of like I was commonly seeing. They like very cutesy, like cute bears and pastels.
Yeah.
And so I was like, I wonder what like it looks like for like an Indian teenager. Like what is their micro niche? Like what's the things that the girls find cute, or like what are the guys wearing? What are the haircuts?
That's awesome.
So
that's really cool.
That's kind of what I really want to focus on in my travel vlogs.
I think that's really awesome.
Yeah.
I definitely think that as globalism happens more and more cultures are naturally being spread out, and the like browning of Earth happens, you know, as we mix more and more cultures.
Yeah.
I think it's going to be really important for people to actually just have a relatable perspective to then peer into these new worlds,
right?
You know, because there's a lot of people who are going to want to feel like these humans are just so different from me.
No.
I don't know. They like cute things. They want to stay clean.
Yeah.
They eat food. They like music.
At the end of the day, a teenage girl is a teenage girl no matter what country you drop her in.
Yeah.
Okay.
You know, that's one of the most important things.
That's what it is. Like, you know, like a 20-year-old's going to be a 20-year-old no matter where they are.
Yeah.
Like it just matters. Like, okay, like there are some things that we will like, and also like diving into like the regional aspect of why they like doing that, or like why they like these certain flavors.
What's the context behind?
Exactly. You know, like I just recently found out that there's like a whole surf culture in Haiti. Like I'm Haitian. Exactly. And I'm like, what do you mean we got surfers in Haiti?
I mean, like, duh. I feel like it should be there.
Of course,
but,
like it's a whole island.
I never thought of it.
Exactly.
It's the same in, like, Jamaica too, where like, I didn't think about it at all. But no, when we first went to Jamaica, like 95% of the beaches are not owned by anyone who actually is Jamaican. And like it's owned by a country like 1,000 miles away. And that's terrifying. But also,
because what makes you think that you have this land? Your foot is not here.
Not even here. You know, those, like I said, those micro niches, like it's really important to see the context that has crafted how people are living where they're living.
Right.
And frankly, especially now after the hurricane hit, like I am worried about how like our ancestral homeland, like how my like Jamaican family members, how are they doing right now? You know, I definitely have some family members who were affected by it. So
no, I have my really close friend, like she sent me videos of like her grandparents' family home. And I was like, literally, there's no walls on their house.
Yeah, no.
But everyone was sitting in the same position that they would be in if the house was standing. Which
that's funny.
She pointed it out to me and I'm like, no, girl, you're right. Like they're all sitting like on the couch as if like the walls were still up on the couch.
They'll survive.
There's still a kid like playing with the tablet. Like they're still running around.
Funny.
However, I'm like, no, you guys literally don't have a roof though.
How are you gonna figure it out? Yeah, they gotta do it.
Yeah.
Damn, man. All right. So, okay. So now accumulating everything we've talked about, I now have to ask the question I love getting to. It's always the deepest one, or at least usually the most interesting one, especially from just everything you've been through. What is a profound insight that you would like to leave with our listeners? Whether it be a question you'd love to have asked to you, then you could answer it the way you'd like, or you have a bajillion people listening right now. They see you, curious about your skills and talents. What would you tell them?
Profound insight for my listeners. Words are spells. Yes.
I like that one.
The words that you feed your brain turns into energy that you put into action. So if you are living your life thinking like, I'm a loser and no one likes me, you're going to do loser shit and no one's going to like you. If you're living by the motto, fuck bitches, get money, you are going to add some misogyny to your life.
Probably also.
And you are going to start to play the rat race of what is capitalism.
Yeah.
You see?
Yeah.
So it is very important for you not only to speak positively upon yourself, and I don't mean like you always have to be like, oh, positivity.
Manifest.
Right. But it's important to understand that when you have like a negative thought, approach that thought with reason, you know, like be forgiving towards yourself. Like, you know, this is just a situation I'm in right now, you know, like soothe yourself and also understand that thought will float by.
Yeah.
And something else will come. Like, do not harbor on those thoughts. But yeah, like be conscious about like the music that you listen to. I'm always like that. Like, please be conscious about the music that you listen to. I'm so serious, especially because those lyrics, although relatable to a lot of people, it is also being put in the ears of a lot of naive people.
Yep.
And those same people are susceptible to acting upon what is being heard, or they might perceive the world that they might not even be living in. Like that might not be your world, but recreating a reality so that it is your world. Terrifying things.
Yeah.
Terrifying. But in that same way, like music can be extremely inspirational, uplifting. And sometimes it may not even be necessarily like the lyrics that you're listening to, but even the beat that you're listening to, the rhythm that is being created, the tempo, your body is essentially, I don't want to say beating at that same way, but it is. It does resonate. And that same rhythm of that beat is something that your body is replicating. So keeping high energy, or, you know, it can be somber sometimes, but just don't live in that. So yeah, your words are spells. Speak wisely. Speak thoughtfully. And yeah.
I heavily support this. I concur. I definitely am a person who, you know, I tell all the youth we work with here all the time, practice mindfulness, please. Practice consciousness. You know, I tell them all the time, it's an emergent property like fire. You know, it exists when matter interacts with itself, then consciousness. You know, when matter interacts, then fire. Consciousness is the same. We need to be aware of using it. You know, don't just be a drone. Don't just be a robot in the machine. Be someone who is conscious. Be someone who is speaking their will, speaking their mind, learning and expanding their will, expanding their mind. I'm very much so agree with what you're talking about. I think words are spells, and from conscious beings, words are how they try to decorate, well, sound in general is how you decorate the time around you.
Yeah.
You know, art's how you decorate space, but music and sound, that's how you decorate time.
Yeah. For sure.
Claudia.
Wait. Sorry. I'm sorry. Because I know some people like will be uncomfortable with me saying words or spells.
Fair.
If you are religious, specifically a Christian, look at the Book of Psalms. The Book of Psalms is an entire book of spells. Don't mean to break your religious outlook, but literally sit down and read an entire verse, even if you have to start at Psalm 23 and understand
with the number as well, the reference number.
The reference number, because everyone knows the Lord is my shepherd. It is literally a book of spells. Even when you're praying, your prayers are spells.
How is that not a spell?
It's a spell. It's a spell.
You're literally calling to a power in order to harness some of its good vibes.
Literally.
That's what we're doing, y'all.
Yeah, just.
I mean, I don't know.
Take that into account.
When I listen to a room of people tell me that this bread in front of me is flesh and this liquid in front of me is blood, and then together we must imbibe such sacrifice. I mean, such offerings to the gods in order to appease them and allow our will and fam, that's what are we doing? That's a ritual. That's a spell.
That is a ritual. That is a ritual. Also, like a little private school knowledge. The idea of like bread and wine is because the bread and the wine does turn into blood and flesh within your body as well. I know y'all aren't thinking about your Bible like that, but that's
Plot twist. Love
That's
that.
the tea. Yeah.
That's that wisdom. Claudia, this is my absolute pleasure having you here
Thank
on
you
WonderKnight.
for having me. This was fun.
Thank you.
My hands are sweaty.
It's
awkward.
okay. I promise it's okay. Thank you for being here.
Thank you.
And my friends, thank you for joining us on WonderKnight.
Oh, wait.
Oh,
you can
more.
find me. You can find me. You can find me on Instagram. My Instagram is @growlatmeh. GROWLATMEH. Also, you can find my web series on FAUL TV on YouTube. Go to playlists and she tries. Yeah.
I'm here for it. I support it heavily.
Thank you.
Claudia, thank you.
Bye.